chapter 1 of one of my favorite animes. Well, I'm going to be reading the manga of one of my favorite animes. I watched it a long time ago, but it's called Hajime No Ippo. I'm probably not going to get through the whole chapter because it's actually quite long, so this will be like a two-part chapter. Okay, so it starts off in a high school, and of course it shows you the outside of the high school, and then in the next pictures, it starts in a classroom, and all the kids are talking to each other, and it says, it's over, it's over. Wanna go to the movies? They're showing a good one. We want to see it too. Hey, Makunochi-kun, come with us too. Hey, I can go too. Don't be so modest. We just did a class change, so everyone doesn't know each other. And he's feeling like shocked because he is kind of like a loner. And he doesn't have many friends, so that's why he said, oh, I can go too. Today I was supposed to do the night fishing job, and then a girl says, let's go. And he's starting to sweat. He says, sorry, my house is in the fishing boat business. Mom's alone, so I have to help her out. Oh, you're a hard worker. It's a pity, though. Invite me again sometime. Hurry up, Aikawa-san. So they're calling the girl to go with them. Okay. That guy refused last time too. Pisses me off. Oh yeah, last time he got surrounded by a bunch of bad-looking people. Maybe he's the type who gets picked on easily. And now he's walking home, and he's all alone. And then those three bad-looking people that the other kids were talking about, basically they're, three kids from his high school who are the bully type people. And they say, Ippo. And he turns around and the thug says, yo, yo. And Ippo says, Umazawa-kun, go ahead. Doesn't something stink? That's true, something is stinking, the thugs are saying to each other. Ippo starts to look around and says, I wonder what. You moron. You're the one who stinks like a worm. And then he kicks him down a hill. And they all start walking down the hill where he landed. And he picks him up by the front of his shirt and says, every day using worms has made this stink sink in. You don't know. Sorry, but it's our product, so it can't be helped. It stinks. Because of you, the entire school smells like worms. It's not worms. Did you say something? And it looks like he slaps him. Yeah, he slaps him. So now he's just basically beating him up against the wall, punching him and stuff like that. And the other two thugs are just watching with their hands in their pockets. And then there's this guy jogging down the road, and he looks down and he could see them. Ippo starts to cough up like blood, and then he falls to the ground, and he's on his knees coughing up blood still. And the kid says, "If the sun smells this bad, your little mother probably smells just as bad, eh?" And Ippo stands up and he starts glaring at him, and the guy says, "Oh, what's that?" I mean, and he starts to cower again. And he kicks him right in the stomach. "For once, show us some attitude. It's not over yet." And he's basically kicking him against the wall. And then the guy who was jogging finally reaches them. And he holds up Ippo before he falls and says, "This is so cruel. These fools don't even look strong." And he's pointing towards the thugs. "Who the hell are you?" "Stop acting so proud, you morons." "Who's acting so proud?" And the jogger is just standing there, looking very unconcerned, one hand in his pocket. And the thugs start to rush him, swinging their fist back. But of course, this jogger is too fast, and he ducks and trips each one of them. And they all fall down into each other in a big pile. "Are you guys cooling fans or what?" And he's smirking as he passes them. When he passed them, though, he didn't just dodge everyone. He stole all their buttons on the front of their shirts. Just because you're a bit fast doesn't mean you can act so. Then they look down and notice all of the buttons on their shirt are gone. The one acting proud is me or you guys, huh? And he opens his hand and drops all their buttons. "Remember this," and they all just start running away. Ippo looks at the guy and says, "Incredible." And then he faints, and the guy says, "Hey, come on, wake up. I don't want to know this guy." And he throws him on the ground. "Go get beat up." And now it's showing like a boxing ring, the ropes, and then some gloves hanging on the wall. And Ippo is inside this gym, and he's just laying there like on a cot or something. And around him, I guess, is the sound of like the punching bag, people punching and training. And he finally wakes up, he starts looking around, trying to figure out where the hell he is. And he sees all these people training in the gym, punching the bag and just like shadow boxing. And he just is staring at everybody with his mouth open. And they all start walking over to him after they see that he woke up. Is this your first time in a boxing gym? Boxing gym, and he starts looking around. Right here, there's some training equipment. Thank you very much. What are you guys doing? I guess he is talking to the other lower level boxers who are just standing around watching, and they start running back and start training. Instead of staring blankly, go home when you're back in reality. I hate those who pick on the weak, but I also despise those who just leave it after being beaten. So pathetic. And now he grabs his coat with his head down and says thank you. Your little bag too. And the boxer is like biting his lip angrily because Ippo is just walking out of the gym and he's actually gonna leave, but he really doesn't want him to. So then he grabs the back of his shirt and says, hold on a second. You're frustrated to the point of crying. And he takes like a marker and a piece of paper, and he draws like one of the thugs' faces, and he slaps the paper onto the punching bag. Think of this as those guys and punch it. They don't look similar. And then Ippo says to him, and then he like smacks him in the back of the head. Stop saying useless stuff and do it. You'll feel better. Come on, hurry up. And he kicks him in the ass. And he stands in front of the punching bag and says, alright now, I guess it was something like this. And then he punches the bag. But he doesn't punch it hard, he just does a very weak punch, and then the boxer says, it didn't do anything, you octopus, and then he kicks him. Fuck. I hate reading this on my phone. Okay. Tighten your grips. Raise your fist to eye height. He's showing him how to stand. Strike your target with a straight line and hit. And he shows him how to hit the bag, and he punches it really hard, and the bag starts flying back and forth. Well, something like that. Damn it, I keep hitting the back button on accident, because the buttons are so small on my phone. 1 second. I just want to read the next part, so then I'll probably end it there. What is it? And he's looking back at all the the other training boxers, and they all scatter. Okay, tighten the fist. And he stands in front of the bag, talking to himself, getting ready to hit it. And then he punches the bag as hard as he can, and the bag goes flying. That's it. That's the feeling. See? Looks like a face in pain. The picture's all crumpled on the bag. Step in with more strength. Well, I guess he didn't hit it as hard as he could yet. It looked like it. I'm remembering the anime, and so I know what's gonna happen. Anyways, so he didn't hit it as hard as he could. He just hit it a little harder. So he's still teaching him, like, step in and hit it with more strength. The instant you step in, turn your waist in. Twist the shoulder inside too. So then Ippo's just practicing step in, waist, shoulder, getting his form right, and then he says alright, and he steps back in front of the bag. Now he punches it as hard as he can, and the bag goes flying. For real this time, I'm not joking. This is what's actually happening. All the boxers are, like, shocked and standing there with their mouth open, can't believe that he hit it that hard. And then Ippo looks at him and says, "It feels great when I did it just like you said." And he comes over and he starts grabbing his arm, feeling his muscle and all that, because he's so surprised that he actually punched it that hard. Okay, I'm gonna end it here, because this is about halfway through the chapter, and like I said, I want to make this a two-parter. I'm sorry about some of the phone, like hitting the back button and stuff. I know that's like interrupting, but whatever. If you haven't checked out this anime and you're like a fan of sports animes, this one is pretty good. I like it a lot. It's really long too. The anime is not nearly as long as the manga. I actually think the manga started in like 1980 something, and it's still going today. It's like thousands of chapters in, so yeah, it's really long, but it's good, so you should check it out.